That was so fun, Lacey.
I love it. My favorite is the shot of his mouth and the drool
And the snot and the nostrils.
My mama could love.
Because you expect that when you go to watch him. That's all sliving around and slinging around, and yeah, it's a great time. If you've never been.
If you've never been, it is totally worth going.
Yes, head up to Guthrie this weekend, that's for sure. And the weather looks great, it really does. Into tomorrow, nice and mild today, upper 60s. Saturday, some rain moves in, and it's Saturday night into Sunday that our next winter storm start to make its trek into the plains. So here's the latest that we know as of 6/17. Look at the latest data on your Thursday. There is so much moisture with this system. If it came by all snow, this would be big time heavy snow. But a lot of it will be rain, and it transitions to snow. The latest data says we actually transitioned to snow earlier in the day, which would give us more time of all snow and some higher totals. But how much of this melts on contact? Our temperatures have to drop to freezing during the day on Sunday, which usually does make for a messy forecast. So these exact totals will change, but I'll show you the latest. Slick travel, though, for Sunday, especially into the late afternoon, evening, and into Monday morning is looking more likely. Now, just kind of pull the curtain back and show you what we look at as meteorologists. There's so many different models and data sets that we look at, and it's our job to analyze that, look at the storm, what it's currently doing, and what the forecast is. If I just showed you some of these extremes, you'd be jumping out of a house right now with your hair on fire, like, oh my goodness, this is what's happening. We don't do that. We don't show you that. It's our job to look at it and say, hey, this is off, this is off, this is looking more likely, and that's what I'm about to do here in just a second. You saw the forecast from David last night. Not a lot has changed. The system is still 3,000 miles away, which a lot will change and shift as it gets closer to us. Starting off this morning, we had a storm system move through overnight, brought a little rain to western Oklahoma, a few sprinkles to the metro. That's moved out. We're at 51 degrees, 54 in Edmond, 53 Shawnee, 46 now in Watonga and El Reno, low 40s, some 30s in western Oklahoma. Southwest winds are up along and north of I-40 today. We will still stay pretty breezy for the next few hours, and then winds back off some. 67 for an afternoon high. Fire danger is actually elevated today due to low humidity and gusty south winds. 70s in western Oklahoma. It's going to be beautiful. Tonight, we will be a little colder than where we are this morning. We're talking 30s and 40s. 40s on the way for the metro. A few areas in the upper 30s, so a chilly start, but above average. And for your Friday, still a little on the gusty side in western Oklahoma. We will see 50s, 60s, and some upper 60s on the way. Saturday, we get to the 50s. Late in the evening, light rain moves on in, maybe turning into a few thunderstorms with transitioning to some snow late Saturday in the Panhandle and in northwestern Oklahoma. Then the bulk of the moisture begins overnight into Sunday morning. I think you wake up Sunday morning and it's rain. We're in the mid, even upper 30s, but transitioning to snow in western Oklahoma. Sometime midday into the afternoon, most of the region does transition to snow, and that goes on for a few hours into the evening and overnight. So when you look at that and you look at what these possible totals could show, we're anywhere from 2, maybe as high as 4 inches in Oklahoma City, running from Altus to Lawton to Hobart to Stroud to Tulsa, 1 to 2 to southern Oklahoma, and to the north, anywhere from 4, and some data has isolated areas of up to 8 inches. Now, I'll tell you, there is a change in the data this morning just from last night, and that's expected. That's going to continue to happen as the storm system approaches. The data is trending farther south. Now, can't say this lifts north, south, east, or west, all possible over the next few days. So stay tuned to the forecast. What you just basically need to know right now is some folks are going to get some heavy snow heading into the weekend. Exactly where and exactly when, we will continue to fine-tune that. But of course, our trackers are geared up, ready to go. We'll bring you updates, and we'll keep you updated. Of course, the slickest travel will likely be your Monday morning commute. And if we get some of those higher totals in the metro, we may have snow and ice covered or snow-packed roadways coming up by Monday morning. That's possible, not locked in. As we head through the next few days, just know we're warm, we're above average, ground temperatures are warm, and then we drop through the day Sunday. That type of a scenario, you get a lot of melting initially with snow, which could cut into some of those totals, but snow is looking likely on Super Bowl Sunday. It melts by Monday afternoon in most areas, and we got mid-50s. You won't even know what happened by Wednesday, which is Valentine's Day of next week, and we're back right after this.